Hello, I'm the 10-minute English teacher. Let's get you exam ready. Today we're thinking about The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I'm providing you with my guide and summary to Chapter 2. Before we get going, don't forget to like and subscribe. There are plenty of things on the channel to help you understand the novel like an expert. Okay, my guide to Chapter 2. We're going to start by thinking about the location, the setting of the novel. We've got West Egg and East Egg. Now, Nick Carraway lives in West Egg next to Gatsby's mansion. West Egg is where people who have recently made their fortunes live, and the other body of land poking out to sea, East Egg, is where people with multi-generational wealth live. That's Tom and Daisy. Now, you need to know the difference so you don't get lost in the story, but you can also see West Egg as a symbol for modernity and the future, and East Egg as a symbol for tradition and the past. It's a novel about identity and a changing America, as well as love. Now, in front of you now, you've got all of the key moments that take place in Chapter 2. I'm going to walk you through them. Chapter 2 begins with Tom taking Nick to a car repair garage owned by somebody called George B. Wilson, where he wants Nick to meet his girl, the mistress he has behind Daisy's back, and George Wilson's wife. So we learn that Wilson's wife is his mistress, and the three of them then head to New York in two cars with George under the impression that his wife is seeing her sister. Whilst they're out, we find out that Mrs. Wilson, the mistress, goes by the name of Myrtle, and whilst they're out, she asks Tom to buy her an Airedale puppy, quite impulsively. Drinks are then had with a couple called the McKees, and we wonder if Myrtle's sister, who they've met up with, will be match made with Nick. Whilst the drinks are had, Mr. McKee, who's a photographer and artist, mentions to Nick having been to East Egg to a party held by somebody called Gatsby, so conversation turns to him. How he's gained his wealth is a great source of mystery. Catherine, who's Myrtle's sister, speaks with Nick about how Tom and Myrtle both can't stand their partners. Now, Daisy, who is Tom's wife, is blamed by Catherine for being Catholic and standing in the way of the divorces, which isn't at all true, but Nick doesn't defend his second cousin. We then have a conversation with Nick and Myrtle, and she talks about her unhappiness in her marriage. That's to do with the money rather than the character of George Wilson. After an hour or so passes, she argues with Tom about whether or not she should be able to speak about Daisy because she uses her name, and this results in Tom losing his temper, striking her and breaking her nose. The chapter concludes with Nick leaving with Mr. McKee, the photographer, agreeing to have lunch together at some point. And those are the key moments that take place in the second chapter of The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Now, if you want to take it further, all you need to do is click the link in the description and you can get yourself a free copy of the comic strip that accompanies this chapter and a worksheet where you can summarise each of these key moments in your own words so that you can recall all of the events of the novel. Okay, check out the other videos on my channel. I'll continue to add content. Feel free to ask something you'd like to see me cover in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and keep revising.